You paid someone to write your resume for you. Maybe you paid $200, $300, maybe $500, and yet you're still not getting any interviews. Let me guess what happened here. You sent them your old resume, you had a quick call, and then they sent you back a professional looking resume that looked polished and had good formatting. So you thought, okay, great, now I'm ready to ramp up my job search. And then weeks go by, you're applying to dozens, if not hundreds of roles, and nothing happens. Crickets. It's like your resume has gone into this black hole. I'm Danielle Bradley. I'm a career coach for mid-career professionals, and unfortunately, this is a story that I hear very often. People will come to me and say, I've already paid for a professionally written resume. So why isn't it working? Today, I'm going to share with you what is going on and what is missing from this professionally written resume. Drop a comment below if this is you. Here's what you need to understand. Not all resume writers are the same, and most of them are not specialized in working with mid-career professionals. They're not uniquely specialized in working with people who have 10, 15, or even 20 plus years of experience. And they may not be specialized either working with people who are managers, directors, VP levels, and up. It's just not the same. They may be providing a decent service, a nice looking resume. It looks professional. Maybe it has some keyword optimization. They're not likely positioning you as the expert that has delivered the specific results for that role that you want. And as a result, your resume is going to look generic and it's not going to help you stand out versus competing candidates. So there's a world of difference between a resume that looks good and professional and one that actually lands interviews for you. So here's what I see missing from most mid-career professionals' resumes. Missing piece number one is there's no clear positioning. This is the resume that lists your experience, that shares what you've done in the past, but it doesn't position you for what you want to do next. It just talks about where you've been, not where you want to go. If you're targeting a senior marketing director role, for example, your resume needs to really emphasize what's the most relevant for that type of role, not everything that you've ever done. Unfortunately, most resume writers just take your experience and make it sound better. They don't typically ask you these types of questions. What's your top priority target role? What do hiring managers care about for that type of role? What tangible results are they looking for? How do we position your experience to match that? This whole strategic piece is missing. Missing piece number two is generic bullets that don't show impact. I see this every day in the resumes that I review. Many resume writers will take the job descriptions and reword things in a way that has the top keywords covered. So they'll take your resume bullet, for instance, that said, managed a team, and they'll say, led a high-performing team. Or they'll take responsible for budgets, oversaw financial planning and budget management. It sounds more professional, but it's still generic. It does not show any impact. Here's what you actually need. Coached and developed a 10-person team, improving employee retention by 20% versus prior year. Or something like this. Managed an $8 million annual budget across 3 regions, reducing overhead by 12%. See the difference? One showed what you did, the other one shows what changed because you were there. Most resume writers out there are not going to spend the time to dig deep enough to get all of these things out of your head. It does really take time. They just typically take what you give them and polish it. But if you didn't give them the impact statements or that content that they need, they're not going to be able to make that up for you. Missing piece number 3 is they're not specialized in working with people in mid-career. A lot of resume writing services are generalized. They write resumes for everyone, entry level, mid-career, executives, different industries. But what works for a 25-year-old marketing coordinator is going to be different from a 45-year-old marketing director. The strategies are going to be different and the positioning will be different as well. If your resume writer is not specialized in helping people in mid-career, they may not know how to handle these specific situations, how to position 20 plus years of experience without seeming outdated or overqualified, how to avoid age discrimination, how to handle career pivots in midlife. These are specialized skills that most resume writers don't have, or they may have a one-size-fits-all approach that's not specifically individualized for your unique situation, and that makes a huge difference. Now, let me share my own story. Years ago, I got laid off in mid-career. It was sudden, and the company that laid me off hired an outplacement agency, and they completely redid my resume for me. And that led to exactly one job interview in 6 months, and actually, that did not come from my resume. The truth is that the resume looked good, but it didn't position me for the role that I wanted. It was too broad and too generic. Things changed once I figured out what needed to change strategically with my positioning, with the impact statements in my resume, and the relevance. That completely changed the game for me. Once the resume was upgraded, I was able to land 3 six-figure job offers all within 24 hours of one another. It wasn't about having a professional looking resume. It was about having a strategically positioned resume. So here's what you need if your professionally written resume isn't working for you. First, you need clear positioning. Know what your top priority target role is. What problems do you solve for employers? What are you best known for? This becomes the foundation. Without it, your resume is going to look generic. Number 2 is you need results-based bullets. Your resume needs to show measurable impact. What changed because you were there? Most resume writers are not going to push you on this. There's just no time if you're paying someone $200 or $300 to rewrite your resume. You need to either do this work yourself or work with someone who knows how to extract these things from you, out of your head and onto an amazing resume. Third is you need strategic emphasis on what matters for your next role. Your resume should emphasize the experience that positions you for the type of role that you want. It doesn't need to list everything that you have ever done. It needs to be curated for what you want. This is the strategy, and this is what most resume writers miss. I have had so many clients come to us to work with us after they had spent some money having their resumes professionally written. And Jill is one of those clients. She had spent $1,000 to get her resume rewritten and fully polished. It looked really nice, but she was not landing interviews from it. So we clarified her positioning and we completely reframed her resume to show impact and relevance for the type of role that she wanted. She landed a new role in no time. The first resume was not badly written. It just wasn't strategically positioned. So what should you do if this is you? Take a look at your professionally written resume and ask yourself these questions. Does this resume clearly position me for my next role? Do my resume bullets show specific results and impact? Is it emphasizing what matters most for where I'm going next? If the answer is no, you know what needs to be fixed. A professionally written resume is not the same as a strategically positioned one. And in mid-career, positioning is everything. And that's something that you do not only with your resume, but obviously with your LinkedIn profile and your interview stories. Now, I have another video that can help you figure this out for yourself and how to make your accomplishments shine on paper, on your resume and on your LinkedIn profile. So check out that video next. And of course, like and subscribe for more real career advice for mid-career professionals. And comment below, did you pay for a professional resume writer and did it work? I'd love to hear your story. And if you want professional support to help you with your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and your interview performance, then I invite you to book a call with us. There's a link below this video to do that.